Okay, so how do you make a analog clock and a day-night cycle in a scene? So let's go ahead and build on our NPC example here. This is something I need to do for an existing project. So let's go ahead and create some arms. And if you go ahead and rotate it, it's like that, right around that center. We know our old trick from our old video. Right click, create a new empty object. Let's go ahead and move it. Gonna bring him right to the crosshairs here. There he is. And that's that. And then we're gonna take our arm, bring it in inside of that empty object. So our rotation should be better. Okay. And it could be at its endpoint, but you get it. And we'll make the next set. We'll just go ahead and copy both of these in the hierarchy, Control C, Control V, and we're going to go to rename this F2 to the second arm, or wait, minute, and then here, so we know that that is the minute arm. Just make sure we're all clock, new FSM. Okay, our new clock FSM. I was doing a knit state to take care of housekeeping that I may have forgotten later, like initializing variables. And let's add a finish state to that. And then control drag out. All this. Run the clock. And all we're going to do here is time-based rotations. So we're just going to do transform rotate. We can add here a timer to tick away or read the PC clock, but since this is a game simulator, I'm going to want to increase and decrease time programmatically. But for this instance, we're going to do it just based on seconds with an exaggerated speed. So we are going to rotate some object, not the owner. We're going to rotate, say, the minute arm. And its quaternary value was what? I'm guessing it was Y. I'm going to hit the little equal sign over here. And we're going to make it rotate 360 degrees. Once per second, exaggerated time. Let's just make sure that works first. Ooh, loser. So, yes, what did we do wrong? Obviously, what we did wrong. We're rotating the object, not its parent. Okay, lesson learned. And we know that's correct. We're gonna go ahead and copy this again for the second one. Open him or her up, and we're gonna grab the hour arm parent, and obviously 360 degrees. Every time 360 degrees, we want to have it move only an hour. So it's 365 by 12, that is 30. Now we should have a fully functional clock as is. Just trust me, I think the math is right. Now we want to have this clock go for a day-night cycle. Okay, so I want my clock to control the sun from, say from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. For time, we're going to move the sun. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably kill the environmental sun and replace it with an artificial sun. And let's go ahead and go to lighting. So go window, rendering, lighting. And we're going to go ahead and find our environment. And this is our sun source, a directional light. You can change the angle of the sun over time, but for some reason I couldn't find it in the properties panel, so I'm just gonna go and delete it. Okay, so I found all the lights in the scene and just deleted them all. You zoom way back, you'll see lights scattered around for the environment settings. I just go and deleted all the lights. Let's create our first artificial sun. Right click, lights, we'll do a directional light. You'll notice it really doesn't matter where the light physically is in the scene, it's just basically the direction. So if you go to rotation, you drag that around, you'll see your shadows changing. Okay, so let's do some clock time calculations to get our arms right. We know that 6 o'clock on the clock is 180 degrees from 360. So it's basically 6 divided by 12, which is 0.5 times 360. That's 180. So 7 a.m., that's 7 divided by 12 times 360. That comes out to 210 degrees. Let's go ahead and check to make sure that looks right. So in our Y rotation, we're just gonna type in 210. Whoa, I selected the canvas. Do not do that. So our arm, we're gonna type in 210. And that looks like 7 o'clock, that's correct. And our next calculation, our day-night cycle is from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so we're gonna go around all the way around the horn, but basically 10 p.m. is 10 divided by 12 times 360, which is 310 in the Y rotation. So 300, and that is 10 o'clock. Looks right. Okay, let's build the rest of this. Calculation for angle. And we're gonna add that. Okay, so currently our angle is currently set for 14 degrees. Okay, and every time we go to our FSM, okay, we come to our finished state. I want to go and add to that float. Float add. Float variable angle. 12.4. Okay, so now that we have our calculations done, let's go ahead and move the sun. So basically every hour. We can make it more gradual, but I'm just going to do it in hour chunks. Inspector. Normally here where we move this light position, that's what we're going to update. But the cool thing is we can actually just grab the transform, drag it in to what we're going to change. Oops. We're going to set the property. First, we have to do this accurately. We're going to change its angle. We're going to add to the angle value, 12.4. And we're going to set the lights property. We're going to set it, its angle, or its rotation. And we're going to set its Euler value of its X rotation to be our variable. Okay, let's go and test it. We're at 7 a.m., 9, 10, noon, down, 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 7 p.m., 6, 9 o'clock, and super late. That's where we'll stop. That's basically how you do an analog clock with a sun change. You would do the sun change just by, on the directional, you'll do ifs here and just change the color to a handful of colors. And do ifs if it's dusk, noon, and all that. Okay, so hope that helped. I will see you guys later. Bye.